Hey everyone, this is another episode in Adventures in High Performance Gardening with Marjory and Lynn Gillespie and Little Bear. This is the garden kitty. Woo! He's like, I've had enough of being handled, and so I'm going to let him go and do the weeding for us. And that's really wishful thinking. Now Lynn, you remember last week I teased you that I have a gift that for you that you have been secretly wanting.
Oh, all my life.
All your life. Yes.
What could it be?
What could it be?
All right.
Okay.
What did you dig up here?
And the bubble wrap is fun too.
Oh my gosh.
See, look, I'm going to get this near the microphone. You go.
I got the golden boots.
You got the golden boots.
I think they'll fit me better anyway.
They will fit you better. They're too tight for me. I wore them during lambing season. I didn't wear socks, and they were still too tight.
That's so funny because today I got my boots wet and I had no other shoes. I was out in the greenhouses in my slippers.
Yeah, these are indestructible. I don't know.
Yeah.
You know what? I think these are actually new. I got them at the thrift shop, but
they'll be perfect for watering. Thank you.
There you go.
I will carry on the tradition of the golden boots.
The golden boots. See, who says gardening can't be either stylish or garish, depending on which one
gonna be fun.
Which way you're going.
All right, your garden looks gorgeous, Marjorie. You've done such a good job with it.
You know, I think what really helped it a lot is we got a couple of really good rains.
We got really good rain.
And my father-in-law has a theory that when the air is 70% nitrogen, right? And when the rain falls through it, it picks up some nitrogen.
It does.
And
I agree.
You know, having a garden outside, rainwater, like, it just does it to your garden. It loves it. Yeah, it's totally the thing, the gold standard.
So we got a couple things to do today. We're going to get a harvest.
She's making me go to work.
We're going to harvest, yeah.
That's all business. Lynn's all business. Chop, chop, Marjorie, get on it. Okay, quit playing with the cat.
That's right.
Okay.
I didn't even bring the lamb today, so we could get with it.
Oh, could I talk to you about the lamb? I'm sorry. Can we just take 1 minute here? So my yard is getting really, really overgrown.
It needs some sheep.
Yeah. Could I like rent a sheep or something, a couple of sheep for, I don't know how long it would take for them to mow this all down, but.
Weeks.
Weeks?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. We'll look into it.
Okay.
Okay. Cool. All right, so we're going to harvest, we're going to plant some broccoli, and we're going to mulch and pull up what weeds have come up.
Okay.
And that's probably all we need to do today because you've been watering and you've been covering at night still.
Yes, I'm still covering at night.
We may get a frost tonight.
Oh, yeah.
So we're not ready for the warm weather plants. We are about a week away from our frost date. So we still got to be a little careful. So anyhow, shall we start harvesting with the peas?
Oh yeah.
All right.
Now I will totally confess I've been like...
You've been sneaking?
I've been sneaking because they're delicious.
I know, they're so amazing. So,
all right.
Anyhow.
Go back to the same thing.
Yep, we're just going to trim these about 2-3 inches off the ground.
Okay.
And we'll just do this half this time, and then next week we'll do the
Let
other
the other
half.
side grow.
Yep, about every 2 weeks. And we can do this for about 4 or 5 weeks, and then they get a little stemmy and a little woody. And,
they do, yeah.
And then we'll be ready to put the warm weather crops in. I believe this is going to be some summer squash.
But yeah, and then this is, you know, they're good nitrogen fixers.
They're a great nitrogen fixer.
And especially if you don't let them go to fruit, which we're not going to do.
Nope. That's the other patch of peas over there.
Yeah.
This will be your
You don't get as much nitrogen fixation if they produce fruit, which makes sense, right? I mean, you know. Okay, so we've got 3.6 ounces.
Yeah, that's a good harvest.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's going to be gone in like 2 days.
We're going to write all this down, and then you'll know at the end of the season what you have.
What we got, for sure.
It'll be good. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to harvest the lettuce, and then we're going to thin the next batch of lettuce.
Okay.
So the way I harvest lettuce is I just go around the outside of the plant, and I just snap off the bigger leaves all the way around and leave the crown so it can regrow.
Perfect.
We're going to keep these going for about 12 weeks. And then on the little guys, these are going to be microgreens. And so what we're going to do here is we're going to actually pull the plants out, and we're going to thin these too where they're about 3 inches apart.
Yeah.
And so we're not going to waste any of this. All this will be microgreens, so you'll get to eat it this week as well. And so it's just a process of just going through here and taking some plants out.
Good, good.
Okay, you ready?
Yep. All right, so we've been thinning the lettuce. We got 4.3 ounces. Is
Yep.
that right? Yep.
That should be enough to give you a couple meals.
That's a pretty good chunk of.
Yeah.
You know what's most important about this is the nutrition.
Yeah, and the colors.
and the
the colors give you the
All the
different minerals.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and the
I like a colorful
phytonutrients and
salad.
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so well, let's go get the. We're going to do some more thinning, and we got another bowl of greens to collect. So
Yeah,
let's
so
work
we
on
got the lettuce thinned
that.
so that it's thinner. So this will be the next batch. You don't want the plants too close together or the leaves will be too
Right.
small. So
Yeah.
about 2 to 3 inches. So
The cat.
I got the cat hanging on the fence. He's having a good time.
He is having
Good
a
thing
great
it's
time.
unplugged.
Yeah, right.
Okay, so the carrots we're just going to leave this week. They just need some growing time. They came up very well. They look amazing. And then back here in this garden, this is the peas, but we're not going to cut
We're
these
not touching
peas.
those.
These are going to grow up and we're going to eat those as pod peas, which are so amazing.
Yummy, yummy.
Okay, next section here is our kale.
Yum.
And we can thin this a little bit and we can thin the Swiss chard just a little bit. And there again, we want our plants about 2 inches apart.
So now we're pulling up the guys that are too close by
We're
the
gonna-
roots and getting rid of them. So this is not a trimming the leaves thing, right?
We're not trimming, no, this is gonna be your microgreens. So we're gonna add that to your lettuce bowl. And I eat roots and all when I eat microgreens.
Yeah.
You just wash them and eat the whole thing. And so we're just gonna add this to your microgreens. So we're not gonna waste anything. You get to eat it all. And then next week we'll actually start harvesting the kale. But if it's too thick, then the leaves are a little small. I do like my kale thick, but not quite this thick. So.
And so we're getting these guys about 3 inches apart.
About 3 inches, yep.
Okay,
You
okay.
just want to thin this down a little bit.
And better to knock the dirt off now while we're in the garden.
Yep. But you can saute this, or you can just eat it as a microgreen, just with some salad dressing. Either way.
Yum, yum. I love kale. All right, so from the kale, we have just harvested, what was it, 1 point, no, not 1 point.
3.1 ounces.
No, it was more than that, wasn't it?
No.
Oh, 13.1.
Let's start
see?
over.
No, we could get that. That's good. Tom just told us it was 13.1. And it's good Tom is here. Really.
You got almost a pound of microgreens.
It's awesome. I
Between
love
your
kale.
lettuce, your kale, and your Swiss chard.
It's going to be such a difficult decision on which one to eat first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
But-
eat it all.
But the next thing we're going to do, we're still moving along, chop, chop, chop. See, I'm cracking the whip now.
There you go.
Yeah. We got a couple of transplants.
Yeah, this is your broccoli.
Oh, I love broccoli.
We started
Yeah.
picking broccoli in the greenhouses. It's so amazing.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
envious. I want a greenhouse.
Okay, next year.
Next year.
That'll be our adventure next year.
You're right.
Marjory in her greenhouse.
In our greenhouse.
Oh my gosh. It's
Yes.
gonna be so
Actually,
much fun.
Lynn's going to have a workshop on greenhouses this winter. We're going to do it together.
It's going to be fun.
Lynn's
Yeah.
got all the expertise and I'm the comic relief. But anyway, we're going to plant these. We're going to do some from seed and then we got a couple of transplants. Right?
Yeah, we're going to put in cabbage from seed and we're going to do the broccoli. So let's do the broccoli first since we're standing here.
Okay.
And these guys, like one's going to go
Oh,
like
we're putting them here. I thought we were putting them over there.
Yeah,
All
no,
right,
they're going
yeah.
to go here.
Wow,
here,
you're going to
and
shove
here.
them that close? That's like 12 inches apart.
Okay, you can go, yeah. Yeah, these
Really?
are close.
Okay.
This is a tight garden.
Wow, that
And
sure
the beauty
is.
of this soil,
What variety of broccoli is
this
this?
one is Bell Star.
Is it a smaller heading broccoli then, or?
It'll be an average size, but look at
Okay.
this soil.
I know.
We
look how
don't even need
beautiful.
any tools. No tools.
No tools.
I love that.
You don't even get that dirty from it either.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, turn it over and it goes. And we can bury the stem up a little bit.
Okay. Yeah, this soil is just
love
totally
this soil.
fantabulous. Let me get this third one in, and then
Yep.
what's the number one rule whenever you transplant?
Water!
Watering, yes.
Always water. We call it burping the baby. You gotta get the air bubbles out from around the roots so the roots don't
Well,
die.
see, this plant is totally freaked out right now by being 4 feet off the ground.
You think so?
I think so, because plants are not, like, what the heck? And then look at this. It's upside down. Its little roots are all
Look at
exposed.
the beautiful roots.
That is a beautiful root system.
Yeah.
Actually, this is the perfect transplanting. If the roots were much more, it would
Yeah,
not be
this
so
is
good.
where you want to go.
But so water helps them so much to calm down. It's like, you know, when people stop on Friday and have a beer to relax.
All right, you gonna water them in?
Why not?
Yep.
Through the magic of television. We happen to have had a watering can right here.
And then I brought you a toy.
You did?
Yes.
All right.
This is one of our homemade shade cloth covers. So when you only want to cover one or two things in your bed, this is just a piece of fencing and a piece of shade cloth. And you just kind of hook it over the feet of the fence. Super simple. You can make these at home very easily.
You know, this soil is so good. I don't think I'm going to need much more than this water.
Doesn't take a whole lot.
Yeah. Plus, I'm going to water again this evening before I cover them up.
Yeah. You just want to get enough in there to get the roots.
There you go.
The water away, the air away from the roots. Okay, these things have little feet on them. Done. Yeah. We need another one.
Dang.
I only have one.
You know
today.
what? I'll tell you what. I'll find something.
Okay.
Don't worry.
And you can cover that guy.
We'll make up for it. Don't worry. Yeah.
That only needs to be on there for 3 days.
Okay.
Then in 3 days later, you just take it off, and they're acclimated to the sun, and
that's a whole other thing, because sun is going to be really stressful on these plants that have just been transplanted.
Yeah,
so,
and especially if they've come out of a greenhouse, they'll sunburn. They'll turn yellow. They'll turn white, curl up, and die.
they'll get upset.
Yeah, and we're at elevation too, so it burns them a little bit more.
It's crazy.
So that's broccoli, easy.
Okay, great. Now seeds are even easier.
So we have our 2 cabbage plants that
Aren't they
have been growing.
fab?
They're beautiful.
I know, I love
And we
cabbage.
want to get the next succession. I brought you some seeds.
Cool.
And this is one called Red Express. It's a miniature cabbage.
Okay.
And
I like that express. It kind of sounds like it's going to be fast.
and so all we need is
It's
just...
only a 6-month cabbage.
No, it's faster than that.
I know.
You just need like a 1/2-inch divot. I mean, just the smallest hole. And we're going to drop in about 3 or 4 seeds.
Yeah.
And then we will thin down to the best one, the best plant. And so these will be up in a few days. 3 or 4 days.
Okay. Well, next week when we get together, we ought to be able to tell which one's the strongest and
Yeah.
decide which one. Thinning is so difficult.
Or we can wait an extra week.
You
too.
poor babies. All right, and these guys too.
You can water them. They can wait because they are seeds, or you can water them right away to start activating them.
Yeah.
So you get your choice.
Well, seeds named Express would want to be watered right away.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
And this is such a beautiful red cabbage.
Yeah, I'm excited about that. Oh man, I've grown some cabbages before that were just ginormous. It's so satisfying when you have a photograph of yourself and the cabbage is like bigger than you are.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we're getting a place where people can upload their vegetable pictures and brag.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
I have a cabbage picture just like that.
Yeah.
It was a variety called Caitlin, and it's for sauerkraut, and they make like 16-pound heads. Wow. Yeah, and the plants are like this, but they are way, way late in the fall.
Yeah.
These will be little guys.
Yeah,
They'll be
no,
like
that's good. That's
little
good.
like
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
So,
All
okay.
right, I think we're done.
No, we got
No.
2 more things.
Oh, 2 more things. Okay.
We'll go through, we'll pick out any of the little weeds, put them in our little jar.
Okay.
And then we brought some mulch, so we want to mulch again so that we're not getting some weeds.
Okay.
And so it's just the same process of mulching that we did before.
Okay. Let me get this out of the way.
And we're just going to sprinkle this just lightly.
All around, huh?
Yep. Just back on the garden.
Even these guys, huh?
Yeah, just go down underneath so you don't get any up on the leaves.
Right. What? We can't cover them?
Well, it'll end up in your salad.
Well, we got
What do you got?
a lot of good stuff here.
Yep.
And in case people are wondering, I recycle plastic bags. So no, I didn't get this at the grocery store and claim it. We actually harvested it anyway. So yeah, so look at that. Oh, it's going to be such a great decision as to like what to eat first. And look at, man, the nutrition.
For me, it's always the peas. Always.
I was just going to say that, but
always
you know,
the
that
peas.
kale is a close
Yeah.
second. Yeah. Okay. And
And
then that's our weed jar, huh?
That's our weeds. That's the weeds we got this week.
Yeah.
So just
So-
a few clovers and stuff. And
Yeah.
yeah.
That's pretty
Not-
cool.
not
I'm
too
going to
bad.
be really fascinated to watch that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it'll all fit the whole season.
All
You
right.
watch.
Well, next week I have something else that Lynn has always wanted all of her life, and this time it won't fit in a bread box. So,
Oh.
yeah. Okay. But so this is Marjory Wildcraft and Lynn Gillespie, and adventures in high performance gardening.
We're
And
definitely having some adventures.
we are having some adventures, and so far things are going great.
The garden is
It's
beautiful.
doing good.
It's so easy.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah.
Yeah. And delicious. So, all right, we'll see you next week. You have a good one.